Chosen one, have you ever felt like heaven was trying to get your attention, like a message was reaching for you through the noise of your day? If your spirit is stirring right now, it's because this moment was designed for you. God does not speak by accident, and you did not arrive here by chance. As Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a righteous person are ordered by the Lord." That means even the video you click is part of a divine alignment. Today, I need you to listen with your heart, not just your ears, because what your angels are about to reveal carries the power to shift your entire spiritual path. There is a movement happening around you, a rearranging, a repositioning, a quiet orchestration of events that human eyes cannot see. The spiritual realm has been stirring, and heaven has been nudging you because something in your story is being rewritten. There is a connection in your life that has left you questioning, praying, and wondering why your soul feels tied to someone whose circumstances seem complicated. Yes, there is a man whose heart responds to you in a way he cannot explain. His spirit recognizes yours beyond the logic of this world. But there is also another woman in his life, and this truth has weighed heavily on your chest, leaving you torn between hope and heartbreak. Your angels want to speak directly to that place, the part of you that feels unseen, confused, or forgotten. They want you to know that heaven has witnessed every silent tear, every whispered prayer, and every moment you tried to convince yourself not to feel what your heart already knows. What you are experiencing is not chaos, it is spiritual warfare, alignment, and divine timing intersecting. Just as Isaiah 55:8 reminds us, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." Heaven is telling you that there is more happening beneath the surface than you realize. Today, the veil lifts. Today, clarity begins. Before we go any further, if you are new to this channel, welcome to a family of believers who know that God still speaks, angels still guide, and destiny still unfolds in the lives of those who are willing to listen. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because the messages released here are not for everyone. They are for the awakened, the chosen, the ones who feel the pull of heaven. And right now, as we step into this revelation together, I want you to activate your faith. Declare your readiness. Type these 4 simple words in the comments. I am ready now. When you declare it, you open the spiritual channel. You align yourself with what heaven has already prepared. The angels are waiting for your yes, so type it now. I am ready now. Chosen one, the truth is that love rarely arrives wrapped in perfection. It often enters our lives as a catalyst, quiet, unexpected, and powerful enough to reshape the deepest parts of who we are. Sometimes love appears not to give us immediate union, but to awaken us, to soften us, to stretch us into the version of ourselves heaven always intended. This man whose presence lingers in your spirit, even when he is miles away, loves you in ways he cannot yet articulate, because his soul recognized yours long before either of you opened your eyes in this lifetime. Yet soul contracts do not always promise instant togetherness. Sometimes they require separation, refinement, and lessons that carve wisdom into the heart. Your angels are showing a vision of 2 paths that were born from the same divine spark, but diverged, so each of you could gather different strengths, heal old wounds, and learn sacred truths the other would one day need. He stands where he is today with commitments that appear to block the path between you. But heaven wants you to understand something deeper. The woman in his life is not your rival. She is not an adversary or a cosmic barrier. She is a soul with her own burdens, her own history, her own divine curriculum, and her presence in his life serves a purpose woven beyond human sight. Just as Hagar and Sarah's story in Genesis reminds us that God can use multiple lives, even conflicting ones, to fulfill a single destiny. Your angels whisper that this man thinks of you more often than you imagine. In the quiet space between sleep and waking, before the noise of responsibilities overtakes him, your name rises in his spirit. He wonders about your peace, your dreams, your joy, as if an invisible thread pulls his heart gently toward yours. Yet he also carries guilt, uncertainty, and the weight of expectations he fears disappointing. He is torn between the truth his soul recognizes and the demands of the life he has built. Heaven wants you to know that none of this is punishment. You are not being denied love, you are being shaped by it. Every tear, every whispered prayer, every ache that stretched your heart has been sculpting you into someone radiant with unconditional love. You are learning what the Apostle Paul described in Philippians 1:9, a love that abounds more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. You are learning to love without clinging, to care without controlling, to hold space without demanding certainty. These are not easy lessons, but they are holy ones, and they are preparing you for a future far greater than your present pain. Chosen one, understand this with the depth of your spirit. This man's soul did not choose his current circumstances to wound you, but to elevate both of you into the highest version of who you were destined to become. His connection to the other woman is not a reflection of your inadequacy. It is the embodiment of his unresolved karma, the lessons his soul must complete before he can truly recognize and honor the love he feels for you. She represents his earthly responsibilities, the unfinished stories of his past, the terrain of commitment and duty he must walk through so he can learn the difference between obligation and divine connection. And without this contrast, without the weight of what he currently carries, he would never be able to grasp the depth, purity, and spiritual truth of what he feels for you. Your angels want this revelation to reach the tender places of your heart because they see you questioning your worth, wondering whether being more beautiful, more accomplished, more extraordinary would somehow change the outcome. But hear this, your worth is not up for negotiation. You are already whole, already radiant, already woven with the divine fingerprints of purpose. As Psalm 139:14 says, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made," and nothing in his life diminishes that truth. He sees your light, your rare, unfiltered, soul-bare brilliance, and it both draws him in and frightens him, because choosing you would require shedding everything he thought he understood about who he is and the life he built. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us that to everything there is a season, and your angels want you to understand that this is a season of preparation, not rejection. You are being refined like gold in the furnace. Though the heat feels overwhelming, what emerges will be luminous and unbreakable. There is something even more profound unfolding between your spirits. When two souls share a connection as ancient and potent as yours, it sends healing ripples through the unseen realms. The love you hold, even from afar, is mending generational wounds, patterns of longing, separations, sacrifices, and silenced desires carried by your ancestors. You and this man are breaking cycles simply by acknowledging the truth of your bond. And the other woman, though her role is painful for you to perceive, is also part of this sacred unfolding. She is holding the space that allows him to awaken. She embodies his past, his familiar patterns, his comfort, while you embody his future, his expansion, his leap into the unknown. Chosen one, he is standing between two worlds right now, and the tension stretching him from both sides is shaping him into someone braver, more honest, and more capable of loving in a way that aligns with his soul rather than his fears. Your angels urge you not to resent the other woman but to bless her path, because when you release jealousy and comparison, you step into a higher realm of freedom where love is no longer tangled with pain. They want you to understand what happens in him when your name rises in his spirit, how his entire energy shifts, how something inside him exhales as if he has finally returned home after wandering for lifetimes. You awaken a familiarity in him that cannot be explained by logic or time. You pull truth from him effortlessly, and he longs to share his thoughts, discoveries, questions, and hidden vulnerabilities with you, because in your presence he is allowed to be fully himself. And though that freedom liberates him, it also terrifies him. The life he knows with the other woman is predictable, structured, and familiar. She embodies safety, routine, and an identity he knows how to uphold. With her, the world stays in order. With you, beloved, everything expands. You represent the divine unknown, the place where his carefully built identity would need to fall away so his soul could rise. Choosing you would require surrender, and though he is not yet ready to fully step into that surrender, his soul nudges him closer each day. Your angels reveal that he dreams of you, dreams that are not mere fantasies but meetings between your higher selves, moments where the barriers of the physical world dissolve and truth is spoken freely. In these visits, he expresses the love he hides, the frustration he carries, and the promise he silently holds to become a man aligned with his deepest truth. He wakes with peace and aching interwoven, knowing these encounters are real in a realm beyond waking life. And now you ask why divine love would come wrapped in such longing, why a connection ordained by heaven would involve another soul standing in between. Your angels want you to see that preparation is not punishment. As Romans 5:3-4 teaches, suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. If he had been free when your paths first crossed, neither of you would have been pushed into the inner transformations unfolding now. This experience is teaching you to stand in your own wholeness, to find joy independent of his choices, to discover the vastness of your own heart and the depth of your connection to the divine. These are master-level lessons, woven only for souls strong enough to walk this path. And the fact that you are still here, still open, still believing, reveals the extraordinary strength and wisdom of your spirit. Chosen one, the man you love is moving through his own profound awakening, and every exchange with you, every glance, every message, every unspoken moment plants a seed in his spirit that is slowly blossoming into awareness, stirring questions he never dared ask himself before. The life he once saw as stable and predictable now feels too small for the truth rising inside him, and he catches himself imagining a different existence, one where he wakes beside you, where love is honest and soul-led, where he is free to build something real and sacred. Yet, with this awakening comes guilt, because he feels responsible for another woman's happiness, bound to the commitments he made. Trying to convince himself he stays out of nobility, when in truth he stays out of fear of judgment, fear of starting over, fear of the overwhelming intensity of what he feels for you. Your angels ask you to hold compassion for his fear, while trusting that courage is forming within him, just as James 1-4 teaches that patience and perseverance create completeness. They want you to understand something essential. This love was never designed to remain hidden in longing. The universe does not create soul bonds of this magnitude without a destined unfolding, and though the timing is sacred, it is purposeful. Both of you have soul contracts to fulfill, lessons to complete, old patterns to dissolve, and even the other woman plays a divinely orchestrated role in this chapter of growth. She is not a victim but a participant in her own awakening, and when their connection reaches its natural completion, as your angels confirm it will free her to find a love that meets her fully, rather than a heart divided. This man often compares every moment of his current life with how he imagines it would be with you, noticing the absence of depth, truth, and electricity he only feels in your presence. And though this comparison brings him guilt, it is also part of what awakens him. What exists between you is what the angelic realm calls a golden cord, an unbreakable spiritual connection that transcends distance, time, and circumstance, explaining why you feel his emotions and sense his thoughts even without physical contact. Romans 8:28 reminds us that all things work together for the good of those aligned with divine purpose, and your angels assure you that every tear, every ache, every moment of trust is preparing you for a love that will be strong, clear, and undeniable. In the near future, they show him reaching a quiet breaking point, realizing he can no longer live divided, and this awareness will give him the strength to make honest choices that align his life with his soul. Your role is not to wait in stillness, but to rise into your fullest expression, because when he sees your authentic joy, it lights the path toward his own. And know this: he prays for you not always with words, not always consciously, but with the longing of a heart seeking guidance, courage, and forgiveness. These prayers are heard, beloved, and their answers are already unfolding in ways you will soon witness. Chosen one, there is a deeper movement unfolding beneath everything you feel, something far greater than a love story between two hearts. This connection is serving a higher purpose in the collective awakening of human consciousness. By holding a love so pure in the midst of obstacles, you are helping to heal an ancient wound carried by generations, the wound of separation, of longing, of believing love must be earned through suffering. Each time you choose love over fear, faith over doubt, trust over control, you become a living instrument of healing, lifting the vibration not only for yourself, but for countless others who are quietly navigating the same silent battles. You are a lighthouse in a world that has forgotten what divine love truly feels like. And he, the man whose soul is intertwined with yours, feels this cosmic significance even if he cannot express it. He knows on an intuitive level that what exists between you is not ordinary affection, but a sacred connection that carries weight beyond personal desire. He is not merely choosing between two women, he is choosing between two versions of himself. One path keeps him rooted in who he has been. The other invites him to become who God designed him to be. This internal conflict is the source of his paralysis, yet it is also the force that will one day push him toward truth, much like Jonah, who could only run from his calling for so long before the divine redirected his steps. Your angels reveal that signs will appear in the coming weeks, unexpected communication where his truth slips through the cracks, vivid dreams where the two of you stand free and united, symbols of divine timing repeating around you. These are not coincidences, but confirmations meant to sustain your faith during this season. And now, beloved, comes the part that may stretch you the most. This situation is divinely orchestrated to teach you your worth beyond being chosen by another. You are not waiting to be selected. You are not competing. You are a sovereign soul in the midst of a profound spiritual initiation, learning to stand whole and radiant, regardless of his pace or decisions. Your worth is fixed, eternal, untouched by circumstance. The other woman is not your enemy. She is a soul traveling her own curriculum, learning her own lessons, awakening in her own way. Any resentment you feel toward her is simply energy flowing in the wrong direction, away from your power. When you can genuinely wish her healing and her highest good, even while desiring union with the man you love, you step into a realm of spiritual mastery that accelerates every blessing meant for you. This does not require liking the situation, only seeing it from the higher vantage point, where every soul involved is fulfilling a divine role in the unfolding of something far greater than you can yet imagine. Chosen one, hear this with the quiet courage of your soul. The man you love carries words inside him he cannot yet speak aloud, truths trembling on the edge of his heart, because you have changed him in ways he can never return from. Before you, he believed he understood love, but your presence opened doorways inside him he never knew existed. Depths, tenderness, recognition that feel ancient and eternal. He imagines a future with you more often than he admits, envisioning the home you would build together, the softness of shared mornings, the life that would unfold as two souls aging side by side. Yet the thought of leaving his current situation feels both terrifying and necessary, because he is not choosing between two women, he is choosing between fear and destiny. Your angels reveal a timeline unfolding with precision. In the months ahead, subtle yet undeniable shifts will rise in his life, gently signaling to everyone involved that the current arrangement is no longer aligned with truth. The other woman will begin to sense her own longing for authenticity, awakening to the realization that she deserves a love that is fully present. This awakening will create a natural, graceful separation, one that honors her journey as much as it frees his. Meanwhile, you are being called into your own sacred evolution. Every wound you heal becomes fertile soil for healthy love. Every limiting belief you release increases your magnetism. Every step you take toward your own joy aligns you more deeply with the timeline where this union can manifest. Your angels want you to practice feeling loved, not by him, but by life itself, because the feeling shapes the form. When you embody the energy of being cherished, chosen, and honored, you call in relationships that reflect that frequency, and trust the divine timing, even when it feels illogical. What looks like delay is protection. What feels like rejection is redirection. What seems like chaos is preparation. As Proverbs 4:18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter until the full light of day." You are being guided into clarity, not confusion. Know also that your love has awakened something profound in him. It has made him more present, more tender, more aware even within his current relationship, which is why she senses the shift, feeling the distance even when he sits beside her. A moment is coming when he will finally step toward you with full truth, freed from fear, ready to choose you entirely. And when that moment arrives, your angels want you to stand firm in your worth, remembering that boundaries are not barriers to love, they are the proof that you honor yourself. They see your tears on the nights when doubt feels heavier than hope, and they remind you that the pain is temporary, but the transformation is eternal. This man carries guilt for the ache his situation causes you, fearing he doesn't deserve your devotion. Yet no matter how far he tries to run from what he feels, he cannot sever the connection, because some bonds are written not in time, but in eternity. Chosen one, your angels are revealing that the love between you and this man will one day become a living testament to divine timing, a story others point to when they need proof that soul connections are real, that authentic love is worth waiting for, that when two hearts are written into each other's destiny, no earthly obstacle can prevent their reunion. Even now, the other woman is beginning to feel a quiet restlessness rising inside her, a gentle awakening that whispers she deserves a love that meets her fully. These stirrings are not born from negativity, but from her soul, preparing her for freedom, for alignment, for a life where she is chosen without hesitation. Her higher self knows that remaining in a bond held together by obligation will only limit her growth. Your angels also want you to understand that if children are involved, they feel far more than adults realize. They sense inauthentic love, they sense emotional distance, and they ultimately thrive more in environments built on truth rather than obligation. The divine always arranges outcomes that protect their highest good. This man, meanwhile, often imagines introducing you to the people who matter to him, envisioning his friends drawn to your spirit, his family warmed by your presence, and children, whether his or future ones, finding comfort and joy in your light. These visions feel to him like memories of a future already written, and each time he sees them in his mind, he is energetically creating a bridge for their manifestation. Your connection did not begin in this lifetime. Your souls have woven in and out of each other's stories across centuries, sometimes joining, sometimes missing one another, always learning, always expanding. What you are facing now is the culmination of lifetimes of lessons, and the union approaching will be a soul victory that echoes across dimensions. In the unseen realm, divine forces are arranging synchronicities, softenings, awakenings, never to force choices, but to create openings for each soul to step into truth. Your task is not control but trust, not urgency but alignment. This journey has forged strength within you that you did not know existed. It has expanded your patience, deepened your capacity for unconditional love, and strengthened your spiritual resilience. These qualities are preparing you not just for partnership, but for a higher plane of existence where you live from love rather than fear. And know this: the other woman will soon reach her moment of clarity, a gentle, liberating realization that she has been holding on to something out of fear rather than truth, and that release is her doorway to freedom. This moment is approaching sooner than you think, and it will open the next chapter for all souls involved, guiding each one toward their highest path. Chosen one. When the moment arrives, it will open a gentle doorway for every soul involved to move toward their most authentic path. And your angels want you to understand that this timing is not a punishment, but a profound act of divine protection. You and this man have not come together yet, because heaven is ensuring that your union is not built on fragile ground, but on clarity, maturity, and truth. Had you united before he completed his inner transformation, before you discovered your own worth, before the other connection reached its natural ending, you would have risked building something sacred on an unstable foundation. The universe loves you both too deeply to allow anything less than the extraordinary. This man is moving through what spiritual traditions call a dark night of the soul, a season where everything familiar crumbles so that the true self can rise. He is questioning everything he thought he knew about love, life, responsibility, and identity. His old patterns are dissolving, and though his mind resists, his soul leans toward you because it recognizes you as truth, as destiny, as home. This inner conflict is uncomfortable, even painful. But just as the Apostle Paul wrote in Romans 12:2 about being transformed by the renewing of one's mind, this pressure is the catalyst for his breakthrough. Your angels show a pivotal conversation forming between him and the other woman, a quiet, unplanned moment where honesty flows more easily than ever before. She will voice truths she has long suppressed. He will finally speak from the heart, and both will feel the bittersweet relief of acknowledging what has already shifted. In releasing each other, they will give themselves and you a profound gift, the freedom to follow the path chosen by their souls. The waiting you have endured is nearing completion, not because everything will instantly align, but because the hardest spiritual work has already been done. What remains now is the gradual unfolding of what has long been settled in the unseen realm. Your angels show this man coming into a steady, growing certainty, a quiet inner knowing that fear cannot dictate his life anymore, that obligation cannot override truth, that honesty is the most loving act he can offer to everyone involved. Your task during this transition is to continue shining as the lighthouse you have become, not to pull him toward you, but because illumination is your nature. Love because you are love. Trust because trust is the bridge between your heart and the divine. As you embody these qualities, you become magnetic to your destiny, including the union your soul has been preparing for. When divine timing unlocks, the love waiting for you on the other side of this chapter will be more breathtaking than you can imagine. Clear, unburdened, wholehearted, you will understand why every tear, every delay, every moment of uncertainty was sacred preparation. Your angels already celebrate because they see the joy rising in your future, the man standing before you free and whole, the peace in his eyes as he finally chooses truth, the life you will build on authenticity and devotion. Your union will awaken others, reminding the world that soul love is real, that divine timing is perfect, and that the universe always guides two destined hearts home. And through it all, your angels remain by your side, holding you in grief, lifting you in hope, whispering courage into your spirit. You are loved beyond measure, not only by the man whose soul calls to yours, but by the entire universe that conspired to weave your paths together. Trust the unfolding, honor your worth, and know that nothing, not time, not fear, not circumstance, can keep two aligned souls from returning to each other. Chosen one. There is another truth. Your angels want to lay gently yet powerfully upon your spirit, a truth about the deeper spiritual architecture of your journey, one that unfolds not only around love, but around your destiny, your identity, and the divine expansion you are stepping into. What you are experiencing with this man is only one thread in a vast tapestry of transformation. Beneath it all, heaven has been preparing you for a spiritual elevation that will influence every area of your life. Your connection with him has acted as a mirror, reflecting both your wounds and your brilliance, revealing where you have outgrown old versions of yourself. But now your angels want to draw your attention to something even greater, the awakening of your purpose. For months, perhaps years, you have been learning to love in ways you didn't know were possible, learning patience, resilience, vulnerability, surrender. These qualities were never meant only for your relationship. They are part of the spiritual maturity necessary for the calling you carry. Your angels show me that your life path is widening, making room for new opportunities, new relationships, new expressions of your soul's gifts. Just as God called Moses at the burning bush, not when Moses felt ready, but when heaven knew he was prepared, you too are being summoned into a higher level of influence and service. This season of waiting has sharpened your discernment and deepened your capacity to hold divine wisdom. And now, your angels say, you will begin to notice shifts in your surroundings, conversations that open doors, unexpected invitations, a stirring desire to create, teach, lead, or heal. As Isaiah 43:19 declares, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? This new thing isn't just about union with the man your soul loves. It is about the expansion of your entire spiritual identity. You are being positioned to step into roles you once doubted you could carry. You may feel drawn to help others, to share your voice, to step into leadership or spiritual mentorship, or to use your experiences as guidance for those who feel lost. Your angels emphasize that the wisdom you have gained through this love journey is not meant to sit quietly in your heart. It is meant to flow outward, to uplift the collective, to awaken hope in those who have stopped believing in divine alignment. And here is the deeper mystery. As you rise into your purpose, you create energetic conditions that make union with your soul counterpart even more natural. Not because you earn the relationship by growing, but because both your paths begin vibrating at the same level of truth. Your angels also reveal that you will experience a new depth of spiritual sensitivity in the coming weeks. More vivid dreams, intuitive nudges, synchronicities that confirm your direction. Do not fear these things. You are not losing your mind. You are stepping into your spiritual inheritance. This heightened awareness will guide you not only toward love, but toward the bigger mission your soul agreed to long before entering this lifetime. And when the man you love steps closer, as he inevitably will, he will not only meet a partner, but a soul fully awakened to her worth, her calling, and her divine identity. This is the woman he is destined to stand beside. This is the woman heaven has been shaping you into. Chosen one, as you continue walking this sacred path of awakening, Your angels want to offer you practical steps, earthly actions that align your daily life with the spiritual truths you've been receiving, so that transformation becomes not just something you feel, but something you live. Begin each morning by grounding yourself in intention. Before the world pulls at your energy, place your hand over your heart and speak a simple declaration such as, "I choose alignment today," allowing your spirit to lead your thoughts rather than your fears. Throughout the day, practice mindful presence. When you feel anxiety rise, pause, inhale deeply, and remind yourself that divine timing is unfolding for you, not against you. Your angels also encourage you to create small rituals of self-care that reaffirm your worth. Light a candle as a symbol of your inner flame. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, or step outside for a moment of stillness to reconnect with the divine presence surrounding you. They want you to pay close attention to your emotional signals. When something drains your energy, take it as guidance to redirect your focus, and when something expands your soul, lean into it with openness. Surround yourself with uplifting voices, books, music, conversations that reinforce the truth of your journey, and gently distance yourself from environments or relationships that feed doubt or diminish your light. Each evening, reflect on the ways you chose love over fear, no matter how small the victory, and honor yourself for those choices because they are shaping your future. Practice forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself, releasing any guilt, comparison, or impatience that burdens your heart, understanding that healing is a process and progress is enough. Finally, take time to envision the life you are calling in. See it clearly, feel it deeply, and allow that energy to guide your decisions. Your angels assure you that as you take these small yet powerful steps, you align with the highest version of your destiny, becoming a magnet for the love, peace, and joy that are already on their way to you. Chosen one, as we close this divine message, your angels want you to carry one truth with unwavering certainty. Nothing in your life is happening by accident, and nothing you feel so deeply is without purpose. You are standing at the threshold of a new chapter, one shaped not by fear or waiting, but by alignment, inner strength, and the unfolding of a love story written long before this lifetime. Trust that every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, every moment you chose faith over despair has woven you into the person you are now becoming. The universe is not asking you to rush, to force, or to prove anything. It is only asking you to remain open, receptive, and anchored in your worth. The man whose soul is intertwined with yours is awakening in his own divine timing, and the path ahead of both of you is guided by a wisdom far greater than human understanding. What is meant for you cannot be lost, delayed, or taken. Your angels surround you, walking with you into the season where clarity replaces confusion, love replaces longing, and destiny replaces doubt. Breathe deeply, beloved soul, and step forward with courage. Your story is only beginning, and its most beautiful chapters are already on their way to you. Beloved soul, before we enter this sacred prayer, take a deep breath and allow your heart to soften, for the words that follow are meant to realign you with divine truth and wrap you in the comfort of heaven's presence. Heavenly Father, we come before you with humility, gratitude, and open hearts, lifting up every chosen one who is walking through a season of waiting, transformation, and deep spiritual awakening. Lord, You are the God who sees us, just as you saw the woman at the well when she felt unseen and misunderstood, and you spoke life into the places she feared were barren. In the same way, we ask you now to see every wound, every longing, every unanswered question within this soul who seeks your guidance. Father, you declare in Psalm 46:5 that God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day, and we pray this truth over their journey, asking that your presence becomes a steady anchor in every moment of uncertainty. Strengthen their spirit as you strengthened David when he stood before Goliath, not by removing the battle, but by empowering him to rise above it. Teach them to trust that every delay is protection, every closed door is redirection, every challenge is preparation for a greater blessing. Lord, we lift up the man whose soul is intertwined with theirs, asking that you guide him through his inner transformation with clarity and courage. Just as you reassured Joshua to be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go, speak that same courage into his heart as he faces choices that shape not only his life, but the lives connected to him. Remove fear, confusion, and guilt, and replace them with truth, integrity, and divine wisdom. Bless the other woman involved, Father, for she too is your beloved creation, walking her own soul's journey. Surround her with healing, grace, and clarity, leading her gently toward her highest good. We ask that every soul in this situation is guided toward authenticity, peace, and freedom, without harm or bitterness. Lord, we pray for the chosen one listening now, that they may rise into their purpose, step into their worth, and feel your love saturating every part of their being. Let them remember that they are never alone, for you promise in Deuteronomy 31:6 that you will never leave nor forsake them. Prepare them for the love, the destiny, and the spiritual elevation you have already ordained. May their hearts stay open, their faith stay strong, and their path stay aligned with your perfect timing. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Beloved soul, thank you for joining this sacred moment of prayer. May peace follow you, may clarity guide you, and may love surround you as you continue your journey. I honor your courage, and I bless the path unfolding before you. Until we meet again, stay aligned, stay hopeful, and stay in the light. Beloved soul, before you leave this moment, I invite you to release what has been heavy on your heart. In the comments below, share your prayer, your longing, your fear, your hope, whatever your spirit has been carrying in silence. Write it as an offering, as an act of faith, trusting that heaven hears every word and gathers every tear. Your angels are closer than you think, ready to lift you, strengthen you, and guide you into the peace your soul has been seeking. Speak your truth, beloved. God moves through honesty, and your breakthrough may begin with the very words you choose to share today.